15 minutes starting right now. Hey, what's up? I'm Preston. Let's get right into some stretching. 15 minutes. All you'll need is a mat. We'll start with the butterfly stretch. So place your soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Seated butterfly stretch. Grab somewhere around your toes. Retract your shoulder blades and then hinge forward at the hips. As you keep that flat back, every exhale, you maybe hinge a little more. Nice inner thigh stretch here. So this is really intense for me, even though I'm barely hinged over. It probably looks like I'm barely hinged over. So you don't have to go very far. You do want to try and keep your neck in line with your spine and your back nice and straight to really focus on hinging out of the hips. Ooh, my inner thighs are tight. All right. Let's do some reach over stretches. So we'll have one leg out. It doesn't matter which leg. And we're just going to kind of reach over to that leg. So for me, my left foot is against my right thigh. It's kind of reaching over towards my toes. You could also just reach towards your foot. You don't have to bend at the side. You can either do the side bend here or bending over straight. And then let's switch that other leg, other side. So whatever you're doing, reach your arms up to the sky first and then hinge forward like we did with the butterfly stretch as much as you can at the hips, and then you can fold forward and round forward. Keep that foot flexed, the one that's stretched out. Nice work. Man, I am super tight in everything so far. All right, quad stretch. We'll do both quads at the same time. Come to kneeling, sit back on your heels, walk your hands on your thighs, lean back, maybe walk your hands behind your hips, maybe keep walking them back. You should feel a nice stretch on the tops of your thighs, the quads. Keep the abs engaged so your lower back doesn't get any extra added tension here. And then maybe you come out of it just to take a breather and then come right back in. Try and keep your knees on the mat as well as you do this stretch. All right, bicep stretch. We could stay kneeling. Clasp your hands behind your back, but try and keep one palm facing the front. If not, you can keep it facing the other way and just pull, retract your shoulder blades. You should feel a nice stretch through your biceps, both biceps at the same time. Maybe one bicep a little bit more than the other. Maybe lean back, stick your chest forward, maybe look up. And then let's switch that. So grab your other hand and gently pull back, stretching out. Try and rotate your elbows outward. You could also kind of do this like this. I like placing my hands behind my back to get more shoulders, chest, bicep all in one. 90-90 stretch. So sit on the mat. We'll do the right leg out to 90 degrees and then the left leg kind of behind you out to 90 degrees. Sit up nice and tall, reach your arms up to the sky, and then reach and reach. And then we'll switch. Try and switch your legs here without getting up. Try and do it all on the mat. So now the legs are in the other direction. Reach up and then reach and reach. You can stay in any of these positions longer. This time, try and switch without using your hands at all. So now I'm turned to the side, which is okay. I'm going to stretch over to one side, then the other, And then we'll get that original side once more real quick. Nice work. All right, lateral lunge rocks. Stick out one leg to the side. So first, let's start kneeling like this. Stick out one leg to the side, foot flat on the mat. Sit back into that heel, and then propel yourself forward, hands in front of your shoulders. Nice rocking back and forward. You could also keep your toes up to the sky if that feels more comfortable. So you do whatever feels good during this stretch routine. Let's switch legs, so come back to kneeling first. Extend the other leg out. Let me get more in the center here. And then just rock forward and backward. Maybe rocking back to your heels, then rocking forward. Remember, you can have your toes up to the sky if that feels good. Two, one. Nice work. All right, shoulder bridge. So what we'll do is we'll come on our back, shoulders bearing most of the weight. So we'll start with our weight in our shoulders. Lift your feet closer to your butt. Hips and knees hip distance apart. Lift your hips up to the sky. Weight mostly on your shoulders. No weight on your neck. And you can either hold it up here, arms down by your side, or you can do some pelvic lifts, articulating each vertebrae back down to the mat, then back up to the sky. Or you can just hold it in this shoulder bridge. Shoulder bridge, most of your weight is on your shoulders. Or add some lifts and lowers, whatever feels good here. Knees pointed forward, toes pointed forward. All right, prone Y raises, so we can flip on over onto our stomachs. Lie on down, push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up, have your legs together, arms out into a Y position, head resting on the mat. Since I have the mic, I can't rest my head on the mat. And then lift your hands, arms, and shoulders up, squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. Maybe lifting your head feels better. You want to push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up so you have a hollow space underneath your stomach. It's easier said than done. And you're squeezing your shoulder blades, just lifting your arms at the shoulders. This one's great for posture, great for helping straighten that upper back by strengthening those muscles. All right, outer hips pretzel. Come to seated cross-legged first, and then take one leg, doesn't matter which, outside of that knee. So for me, my left foot is over by my right knee, and I'm going to twist to the left, looking over my left shoulder, maybe taking a deep breath and exhaling, getting a little bit deeper into that twist. I feel this everywhere, even in my piriformis. All right, let's switch. So you come back to seated first of all, and then take that other foot outside. So you're in a pretzel. Grab the elbow, inside elbow into the knee, and then twist looking over that opposite shoulder. Man, this one's really difficult for me. Tight hips, tight piriformis for me. Bottom of foot stretch. Excellent. Let's come to kneeling. And then curl your toes under. And from here, shift your weight back slowly onto your heels. You should feel a nice stretch through the bottoms of your feet. And just rest your weight onto those heels, feeling that stretch. If it's a little intense, you can come off of it for a second or two and then get right back on. Great work. Last 10 seconds. All right, high Cobra. So from that position, you can come to all fours. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Let your pelvis fall. Push your pelvis down. Push your shoulders down. Look up. And maybe lower to the floor. Take a breather. Your hands are kind of next to your chest. Let me move a little bit more here. All right, so you press down as you exhale, shoulders down. And then you inhale as you come back down to the mat. Exhale, press up. High Cobra, shoulders down and back. Squeezing your butt. Maybe looking side to side. Maybe looking up. Nice. All right, so we'll practice splits here. This one is definitely difficult for me. I like to start in the plank, then I go to a runner's lunge, and then I lower the back knee and extend the front leg, and I kind of wiggle myself as far into these splits as possible. I am definitely not anywhere close, as you can see. Front foot is flexed as much as possible, opening that other hip. All right, let's come back to plank, then runner's lunge other side, dropping the back knee, extending that other leg forward. Maybe, let me get a little more in the center here, as far forward as possible. Wiggling around to find that few extra centimeters of stretch here. I definitely need to work on the splits. Shavasana though, for now. Excellent. Let's come down to the mat. This is where we lie on the mat, get nice and comfortable. Arms and legs, do whatever. Just focus on your breath and focus on the mat supporting your body. All right. Up next, we kind of have like a straddle compression into a squat. So, straddles your legs out to the side as much as you can here. So I can't get very low. And then you kind of hop your feet together into a deep squat. And then maybe step your legs out again. And then step your legs in, squat. So we're really opening up the hips here. Nice work. All right, lying twist up now. First we lie down. It's windy today. Lie on down. All right. Legs to tabletop, arms out to a T. Let your legs fall to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And then look over that opposite shoulder. Really twisting as much as you can. Trying to get both knees into the armpits and also to touch the ground. And then let's bring the legs back to tabletop, up and over to the other side. Try and get those knees as close to the mat as possible, and also as close to that armpit as you look over that opposite shoulder. Lying twist. Nice work. And unfortunately, that is the end of our 15-minute stretch session. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please subscribe. Please watch one of the hundreds of other videos. Free exercise videos live every weekday. We do something different. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great